Hey there, Scrapper Names fans. How are we all? I am back today. I have a Project Life spread to share with you. This one I did for the Scrapping Clearly October mood board challenge. There's the mood board right there. Now this one had me a little stumped because I didn't really have any Halloweeny kind of pictures or anything like that. But instead I have gone with this. Now I love me a mood board and a Project Life spread. It seems to always work quite well. So that's what I'm doing here, my time-old tradition. So what I've done is picked out some Project Life cards from different core kits. So if you want to know exactly which ones, I can tell you. I think this one's like a prismatic. Yeah, there's some bits and pieces I just randomly pulled out. Now, I decided with this layout, or this spread, that I wouldn't do my usual trick of cutting up pattern papers, simply because I have two big containers full of Project Life cards. They need to be used. You know, there's no point in having them collecting dust in a box. So that's my new, another new challenge I have. Mother is to scrap only the photos that I've printed so far and stop printing new ones until I'm up to them. But anyway, so this is what I'm doing. So I've pulled out, as I said, some different cards from different kits, matching them up as best as possible so that they sort of are coordinating, as well as going with the colour theme more so than the actual sort of, I guess, theme of the mood board. So yeah, I am documenting here. I did a layout, a 12 by 12 layout, which I would have shared on Monday, and so this is the second sort of part of that layout for our family album. So this is documenting my partner's brother-in-law 50th birthday. We went to Sydney for lunch and had it at a hotel, Crown Plaza. That's what it was. It was very lovely. So it looked out over onto the beach there, so it was very nice. It was a bit chilly, but it was really nice. So yeah, nice little road trip. So I've just backed this photo onto a Project Life card with that sort of blue colour on it, as well as adding some little enamel dots and some Tim Holtz tiny word stickers. And I just felt this needed something else to make it sort of pop out a little bit. So I'm just using my white Uniball pen to go around the edge, and it also goes with the mood board too, the black and white. That's the other thing. Some of the photos here are printed in black and white. So I guess that sort of, to me, sort of stuck with the theme there a bit. And some of the papers I have, so, oops, I tell a lie. Look, I did use a paper. Oops. No, I really liked this one. I really liked the black in it, but I also, which is odd because normally I probably wouldn't scrap with black, but I like the hearts, and the hearts matched in with some of the mood board colours too, so I thought they were perfect. So this is just a picture of myself, my partner, and his oldest sister. So that vellum piece is just something from a recent little buy at the Reject Shop. So here in Australia, that's like our $2 shop. And they have been bringing out some scrapbooking stuff consistently now. So, yeah, these are some of the new ones I picked up. And I've just used my little tiny attacher there to staple that cheers on. However, in saying that, I think I took one of the staples out. That's what I was just fussing around doing because I didn't like how it looked. So then I'm just going to cover up the little mark it made on the photo with an enamel dot. Because any mistake can be covered, as I always say. All right. So just playing around. I might grab the layout. Sitting at my desk. Where is it? Like this. Nice and easy. Now, I don't embellish all the photos now looking at it, but, you know, the little ones in the middle, yeah, I don't embellish those. What am I doing? I'm just using a little circle piece to just add some journaling. All right. I go to embellish, and then I think that the photo itself there with me and my daughter, and also the one of me and my son, don't really need any embellishing. The photos themselves, being that they're made smaller, sort of take up that whole space. So I just didn't feel it needed anything. And I have the cards sitting either side, so I don't worry too much with embellishments. So this gorgeous photo here in black and white has my partner's 2 sisters, sister-in-law, one of their daughters, and my stepdaughter as well. So it's a really nice photo of all the girls together. And again, I don't do heaps of embellishing, which can be a bit of a shock. I think I'm getting better with the project life and not going too cray-cray with the embellishments. 12 by 12, meh, I might go a little cray-cray, but, you know, isn't that why we buy them? In saying that, how bad's this? So, I was going through my stuff the other day. Last night, I was like in a scrappy mood, but I didn't know what I want to do. Anyway, so my new Kitaholic kit came, which had the beautiful, beautiful Bohemian Dreams bits and pieces in it. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, but a couple of weeks ago, I think if you've been watching, I did a haul from Anna's Craft Cupboard where I got like some Glitter Girl things and some Maggie Holmes carousel. I haven't used a lot of it. Isn't that naughty? I don't mean to hoard it. I need the perfect picture to put on those, to use those. Maybe I am hoarding it. It's just so pretty. Do you ever do that? Like, you know, get kits and things come and you've already ordered stuff and you're like, oh. So I'm on a bit of a, I'm going to go on a bit of a no more scrappy things freeze until such time as I've started using into these newer stashes. Well, we shall see. But yes, that was a bit naughty. I just thought I'd share with people who might understand my dilemma. It's all just so beautiful. But yeah, so yeah, this month with Kitaholic Kits, I got the Bohemian Dream, and I actually got the paper add-on because I knew I would love the papers. So hoard some, use some. Ah, dear. Oops. Anyway. All right, so on to this last photo, and again, I've used black cardstock or patterned paper in the background. Just because it was in the background, you can see there's some stuff. You probably can't, stars and swirls and things. It looked a bit party celebration-y kind of thing, so I've gone with that, although I do sort of use a lot of embellishments, bigger embellishments here. So I'm just adding all of those on. Now this came from, again, another little reject shop pack from a while ago, to be honest. And it was perfect because it says happy birthday and the balloons and everything came with it. So it worked quite well. I wanted to use this Celebrate, which I actually ended up doing perfectly there. I think I had an issue with putting it across in someone's, you know, I don't know, body, but I got over that and just put it all on there. So this is just of the cake cutting. It was a beautiful cake. It has a picture of Martin, whose birthday it was, on it. It was very cleverly done. Just adding popping in some little enamel dots there, just to add in some more colour. Oh, and some sparkly sequins, because, you know, nothing says a birthday celebration than, you know, sparkly sequins. And I go again with the colour theme that is the mood board, and I pick my blue to go with it. What am I doing? I'm fighting with the sequins. I have to be honest, I do fight with them a little bit more than normal, I think, because I've had some issues with the muscles in my hands. So grasping the tweezers or anything tiny, I guess, has been a real challenge actually over the last week. It's just a condition, one of the conditions I have, and my muscles in general were very sore and tired after the school holidays, I think. So yeah, I was fighting a little bit with trying to get the tweezers to work and getting my fingers to work, and yes, but I do in the end, and I get some little stars on there. Now this is also, there you go, this is a 2-page spread, and I do the 2 pages. And so I'm going to show you the close-ups of the first page, and then I'll show you at the end of the next section the close-ups of the second page. All right, moving on. And I am just going to get started on this one. Again, another black and white one. So I'm just using the back of the cards I've already used from the other side. I didn't quite like 100% like the colour, the mustardy colour here. So I'm going to use this white doily just to break it up a bit. That's not a black and white photo. What am I talking about? I don't know why. Yeah, it's not my colour. Sort of fits in with that yellow colour of the mood board, I guess. So I leave a little bit poking through, but I didn't like it to be sort of right bam there in your face. So I've used a doily to soften it, cover it up a little bit, and yeah, and go from there. All right. I was determined to try and use these bows. They've been sitting in my stash. I don't even know why I have them. They must have come with something else because they are cut, so where I've organised my stash. And I'm going to say they're probably something from the reject shop. And yeah, I was determined that, they looked, particularly the black and the gold, I just thought, oh, that looked really cool, celebration, party. I just couldn't make it work. I don't think I have it at all. Oh, no, I do have one. I tell a lie. You'll see it at the end. But yeah, I was pretty determined to make this work. This little tag I just took out of my little random stash of goodies. And it says fave photo because, and I've just got a beautiful family pic of Uncle Nath, Auntie Alison, Poppy, Granda and Dad. So as I said, this goes into our family album. And just some more enamel dots. And then I think that is nearly done. Did I put that little acetate piece in? Oh yes, I've done that. And a little heart. I found these hearts that were given to me. They're the crepe paper Hello Love ones. And I really kind of like them at the moment. Do you have that phase where, you find something and you're like, yeah, let's use this on everything? Because I've used them quite a bit in the last probably week when I've managed to sneak in some layouts. I don't know why. I just have found them and I think they work really well. Yeah, I don't know. They're nice, they're sparkly, and there's different tones of them. So there's like the red, there's a pinky colour, and then there's sort of like a really pale pink colour. So it just works. They just work. Anyway. All right. I love this photo. This is a photo of my stepdaughter with her fave aunt and her auntie's partner. And when scrapbooking this layout or organising these photos, I discovered that she very much looks like her favourite aunt. I hadn't even realised. So it's quite cute. She, Beth quite adores her aunt. So I'm just making out of some leftover bit of paper from another piece. I'm just going to make a little banner here type thing to journal on. I'm sort of perfecting the art of, cutting these little pieces at the end, to make that banner because I used to not be able to cut them straight. Hopeless with cutting. Absolutely hopeless. So I'm just doing some journaling. I'll add some stickers and some little dots and then that one will be done. So I hope we're having a good week. We have gone back to school here in Canberra, and I think some of the states here in Australia have gone back to school for term 4, which I like the holidays because it's a break from routine. But yeah, I sort of got to the end of the week last week and was like, I'm exhausted from keeping up with both of them, and Mummy needs a holiday now too. So my holiday is that they've gone back to school, and I have my house to myself as such. Certain points like now, midday, all the kids are asleep, so it's a little quiet here, which is kind of good for doing voiceovers. So I hope you're finding some scrappy time. I can't believe we're nearly at the end of the year. Holy hell, where has it gone? I hope you're being able to get some challenges done. As I said, I've done a couple so far. Apart from my design team ones over at Scrapping Good Times, I've done this one, Scrappingclearly one. What else? I don't know what else. I don't know if I've done as many as I thought I have. Oh my God, where's my head at? I have some ready to go. Oh no, I did an epic 3-page Project Life spread last night. Finished it off for my nephew's album, which isn't filmed. I didn't film it. If you'd like to see some photos, let me know and I'll post them on my blog. But I do have plans for this Scrap the Girls one for this month is using pink, and I have the perfect photo for my daughter. The album, and I'm thinking of cutting in to these Bohemian Dream papers. Lucky I have two because they're beautiful. And maybe trying to use some of the other papers that I got in my stash in my haul a few weeks back. Let's see if I can, if I've got the guts to do it. So yeah. But yeah, so hopefully you guys are getting some enjoyment out of scrapping and some creative time. I hope you are enjoying the videos so far that I'm sharing and that I'm trying to share them on a regular kind of basis. As I've said before, if there's anything you want to ask, by all means, feel free to leave me a comment. I've got my blog as well and my Instagram that I post to. But yeah, so keep an eye out on those. And as I said, yeah, any questions, if you want to see me try something, by all means, I'm all up for ideas. And I do my best. Now I'm onto this card. This one took a bit of a different. I'm using 2 different Project Life cards to create the color palette, I guess, for this card. So I've combined a few of the colors in the mood board. I think the only one I don't have, oh no, there's a touch of red on there. So you've got your dark, your white doily, black background, the blue card, and the yellow card. Now these 2 cards I think both come from the same core kit, which is the Amy Tan Better Together one, I think. Yes. I know some are prismatic and some of this Better Together, and then others are a bit random, like they were in my original, like my first lot of ever brought cards, which were just sort of random ones I started buying online of people, so can't quite tell you what they are, sorry. And I do like how this card ended up turning out. I did want to use that red camera. I really liked the look of it. It just didn't fit in here at all. Just flicking through, and that's another Amy Tan sticker book, and I just pop that in, that sticker there. It says celebrating. It's got the blue on it. It's got some red little lines and dots on it, so it's perfect. And look, ta-da! I get to use the bow, or a bow. A bow, so 2 to go. Shall try and use them. And this little vellum piece, which says, so it says thanks, sorry. Do I add anything else? Blue sequins, I bring them back in just to tie that in a little bit too with the previous page. You know, just making sure, trying to make sure elements link as well, so using the same sort of enamel dots on those bits and pieces, just so, you know, I mean, you can probably tell, but yeah. So, and as I said before, I do mine if I can. I use, if I've got 2 sides, I will use back and front of a page protector, just to sort of minimize the density of any of the albums that I use, but also, you know, not to waste the Project Life, the pocket pages. You know, if I can use it, then I'm all about being a bit savvy with our scrappy resources. And we go through them, you know, you can go through them so quickly when you're, you know, on a bit of a Project Life roll. So yeah, that's how I do all of mine. I think I'm on to the last one. So, and not much again on this one. Just a photo of basically the same sort of photo as the one that was in the top left corner, except me in it this time too. I get to use the red camera. Woo! I sort of use it to cover up the clutter. Not the clutter, sorry, tongue-tied. But just covering up the table a little bit in the photo so that way, you know, covers up the drink looks and whatnot. All right, and I'm just writing there. I'm not really writing a journaling thing as such. It just says love of family. I didn't feel it needed any journaling because the photo in the top, as I said, the opposite top corner is pretty much the same except a minute. And just some enamel dots. And then I think this is Dunskies. So I hope you've enjoyed this little Project Life 2-page layout. I will give you some close-ups here of the second side. There you go. And then that will be done. Jump over to Scrapping Clearly on Facebook or on their blog and check out their challenge for this month. This is the mood board challenge. And remember to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.